This is the number 3, the North condensing unit, HVAC condensing unit. We've got a nice little video about that. Okay, so hold on to your horses, you're going to see it. This goes to a water heater, and I do not know if it's a tankless water heater. I do not know if it's a conventional tank water heater. I don't know. I suspect, but I don't know. But the wider pipe is for the safety pan, and it shouldn't be any farther from the ground than 24 inches, between 6 and 24 inches. That's fine. The smaller one is for the pressure or the temperature pressure, but the pressure relief valve, okay, drain, and it is not supposed to it's supposed to terminate between 3 and 6 inches from the ground. This discharges higher than 6 inches from the ground. That's improper. See these little circles here? Okay, this tells us that we've got a post-tension slab foundation, which is very strong. Okay, those are steel cables that run through the concrete. And then as the concrete, after the concrete's been placed, then they start tightening these cables. They tighten them and they tighten them and they tighten them. Makes it many times more strong. And then they cut it off and then they seal it, and that's what those little circles are for. That's what those little circles represent. These are weep holes. If we look over our window, we've got a weep hole. Okay, and if we look above this window, all right, that is the emergency drain, probably for number 3, most likely, condensing evaporator coil. When you look out your window and you see water coming out of that pipe dribbling in front of the window, that's why they put it in front of the window. And when you see that, you know that you got a problem with the air conditioner, and you call the air conditioning people. Now these weep holes run around the perimeter because brick is a very good building material. This structure can burn down, and you can reuse the brick. Probably charge extra for it because now it's distressed firehouse brick. Call it what you will. But it's highly endurable. It's a great insulator against sound, you know, road noises, against heat, you know, trying to get in, heat trying to get out. It's a great insulator. But one characteristic about brick is that it's very porous, and we've got a drainage plane. We're supposed to have a drainage plane installed behind this brick. This is like a little gap that goes all between the sheathing, the weather barrier, which was installed, should have been installed, the weather barrier, and the brick. We've got a little channel, air channel behind all this brick because it's a facade. Most of the time, only vapor will come out of here. Now, you might have an event, you might see water, I get that. That might happen. But most of the time, it's just going to be vapor. Now, these windows, we have lintels installed over them, those steel bars. And then, so now we put weep holes above the lintels because the lintels have disrupted the drainage plane. So anything that drains from up here, okay, it can escape instead of just sitting up there on a shelf somewhere. It's got a way out. It's got a way out. That's by design. Moving on along. This is our generator, our backup generator. It does not have a sediment trap. It does not have a dip tube in front of the gasket to keep impurities from the gas supply and moisture from the gas supply and those types of things that's going to mess up your burners, your jets. It's going to mess up your jets and foul your generator, and you don't want that to happen. And this is our gas meter, and this is how you shut off gas to the generator. This is probably how you shut off gas to the generator and the swimming pool. This is how you would shut off the gas to the house. Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. Moving on along. Where do termites live? In the ground. Oh. What do they eat? Dead wood. Oh. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. It's called a clue. It's called a clue. Oh no, this stuff has been treated. You'll never find termites in this. I find termites in this. Now, this house is 1 year old. It's kind of premature for a wood destroying insect inspection. I don't advocate them on a 1 year inspection. But if I was doing a wood destroying insect inspection, I would say this wood mulch next to the structure would be conducive to wood destroying insects. I would have to call it conducive on the report. So, do you want wood mulch? I guess so. I guess so. So there we go. Just kind of moving on along. This is the northwest bedroom. That's the west bedroom. And we got a southwest bedroom over there somewhere. And that's the window. Okay. And these windows, unlike those windows, these windows do not have weep holes. And this bedroom, the west bedroom, middle, okay, we got water on the other side of the wall. We don't have weep holes, and we got rust up here. Okay. We got more than that. I don't know if you can see it, but up there we got water accumulating on the soffit behind the rain gutter. On the soffit behind the rain gutter, where all this water comes to this one rain downspout. There and there and there. That comes off there to there. That comes off of there to there. That comes up down there to there. It comes across there to there. All of it comes to this one spot. Huh. This is our front porch. Watch your step on the ceramic tile on the front porch. If it's wet, it can be slippery. It can be that. Check it out. Trees should not be placed closer to a slab foundation than 25 feet. I get it. I'm looking around the neighborhood, and everybody's got trees too close to their house. It might be a homeowners association type thing. I don't know. But a slab foundation is supposed to have an even, consistent amount of moisture around it at all times. Low amounts or high amounts, but even, all the same. Now the tree, it'll grow, its roots will grow up underneath your foundation and rob your foundation from moisture that was designed for the foundation. And as trees grow and their roots grow, as the roots grow, they can push it up. You've seen roots pushing up streets and stuff and sidewalks and stuff, and they can push your foundation up too. Now I get it, it's a little ornamental tree, it's a little crepe myrtle, Well, that's true, but little kittens grow up to be nasty old tomcats. And as the tree grows, it's going to be rubbing up next to your house, on your fascia board there. It's going to be rubbing against your roof. It's going to be clogging your rain gutters. It's just going to be, it's going to grow up to be a nasty old tomcat. You'll probably keep it. I got one close to my house. I try to get my wife to, I try to convince her that maybe we need to get rid of the tree, but no, she loves the tree. 2 trees, actually. But anyway, I digress. It is okay for your lawn sprinkler irrigation hose to be exposed, but it's supposed to be anchored every 12 inches. So if it's not anchored every 12 inches, then how about that? I also know that when they're exposed like this, they're more prone to damage, because they're not protected, but also evaporation. So you'll lose a little more water right here than you would in the other places. So there's that. Moving on along, standing ridge. We've got a black roof, painted white brick, standing ridge metal, ceramic tile on the patio. This is where our drains are. Moving on along. Got some wooden paneling over here. And those fenestrations, those windows, from the outside, I didn't see them installed. I can only speak to what we can see from the outside, but there's nothing to comment on there. We're working our own way around. We're on the west side of the house. We're finishing up most of the west side of the house. We're going to move over into the garage area. Weep holes. See? We can do that. These are called control joints. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will, but you can't have this much brick in North Texas. and not experience some movement. This is in an effort to control it. These are control joints. Okay? We do that on purpose. We do that on purpose. Now, the garage door casement. Okay? This is wood. Okay? This is cellulose. It's porous. This is concrete. It's porous. The water soaks up in the concrete, moves up to the cellulose wood. Okay? And capillary action, just like colored water in a glass with a stick of celery, capillary action draws the water up into the wood, and then it rots off right down there. I've seen some builders cut 45s. I'm okay with that. But there's supposed to be like a 2-inch gap there, and there's not. More perforated soffit vent. Got another faucet over here. Now we got this rock bed. I just can't imagine this not working. I can't imagine me not knowing how to work it. Oh. But we've got this elevated rock bed, but in essence it's high soil. You've got high soil conditions all over here. As the water pours off the rock, water goes downhill. It's in front of your weep holes and everything else. We're trying to get water out of the house. This keeps the water from leaving, and it holds water next to the... No, this should have been done differently. Oh, got a weep hole. How about that? Okay. Rain gutter. The rain gutter butt ends should be an inch away from the wood, an inch away from the walls, an inch away from the siding. Okay? And it's not. What happens if it's not an inch away from the siding? What happens if the rain gutter is butted up next to the wall? What happens there is that it's holding water next to your wall. That's a weak point. What am I doing here? Eventually, this is our electric system, and I'm going to be able to open up these two cabinets. So we've got like 3 cabinets or more. These 2 cabinets, we're going to open them up and look at them. Moving on along over here. Swimming pool equipment, 2 more condensing units. Wrong type of foam. Disconnect's located behind the unit. This disconnect is located behind the swimming pool equipment. Where are you going? You going to the other unit? Yeah, you are. So you can't get to all 3 of the disconnects. This is the door into the smaller garage. Trees too close. High soil again. So high soil in rock garden. High soil on east side of the apartment. Still moving because we're mobbers and grovers. Over here on the patio. This is how we do it sometimes. Going along, a little privacy partition, that's nice. See the water coming out. I'll go check this one too. Butt end's too close. Well, I'm going to have a whole swimming pool video. Outdoor kitchenettes are beyond the scope of this inspection. Okay? Feels cool to me. There we go. We got fire. For real. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We do not have hot water. Alright. We got cold water on both sides. I'm going to check to see if that's GFCI or not. Then our drain just goes right there. And that's our vacuum breaker for the drain. Okay. Now the thing is that if you're using this for gray water type stuff when you're washing dishes,